is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, baddie. Oh, and he kissed her hand! He kissed her hand! And they took selfies before getting out.
Car.
And they're holding hands. Okay. Goals.
Yeah.
And he pissed her. We've been watching couples go by how long? For 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And this is the first time. Is he gonna open the door?
Look at that.
Yes. Queen!
Didn't let go of her hand.
Go!
I'm gonna be single for a minute, because Little should be making me not want you no more. What the fuck you mean you didn't just hold the door for me? Why the fuck am I touching the door handle? Why the fuck am I touching the door? Why the fuck? Ooh, that just pissed me. Now I don't want. Now you weird. Now I don't want you no more. Get the fuck. Now we never talking again. Why am I touching the door? Yo, that's the big problem. Why am I touching the door? The problem is nobody has gentleman etiquette no more. Nobody knows how to be a gentleman no more. Nobody wants to be a gentleman no more. Everybody want to be gay. Cause what you mean I open the door? Like, ew.
I think feminists have ruined dating. Hear me out. So I think that guys have decided to not be as gentlemanly or chivalrous because a lot of feminists have pulled the I can do anything, I can do whatever a man can, but the point is we can't. Like, of course I agree with equal pay and stuff like that, but a lot of women are pushing this crap down men's throats, and I think it's really ruining a lot of men and the way they feel about women. Tell me your thoughts in the comments.
They say they're strong, independent, and don't need anyone. But can they really do everything on their own? In today's video, you'll see women complaining that men have stopped being gentlemen. Is their independence costing them something they don't even realize?
Did y'all see that video of Nelly and Ashanti getting out of the limo, walking into some event? And she looked so freaking gorgeous. And Nelly jumps out of the limo, walks several feet in front of her, walks through the door before her. Is it just me that's bothered by that and just don't think that that's gentleman-like behavior? He should have gotten out of that car and held her hand and walked with her by his side, not in front of her. And it just reminded me of my soon-to-be ex, how whenever we're walking somewhere, how he walks in front of me and it just doesn't bother him. And it has always bothered me. And anytime I would ever say something to him, he would be like, oh, well, you need to catch up. You should catch up. And it's like, you're my man. I am your woman. I'm your fucking wife. Walk with me by your side. Don't walk in front of me. Don't walk off and leave me. And he's, oh, you piddle. You walk too slow. It's like, I'm 5'2", sir. You're 6'2". Your legs are a lot longer than mine. You walk faster than I do. But it's just not gentleman-like to walk in front of your woman, and especially to walk so fast in front of her, walk away from her. That's just, I don't know. It bothered me. It triggered me. And maybe it's because I've been with a man like that for so many years that seeing a man do that to a woman just made me realize what people probably see when they would see me out with my man walking in front of me and me walking behind him like I'm his fucking dog or something.
This woman expresses frustration because she expects classic gentleman behavior, walking beside her, opening doors, paying attention to her pace. The issue isn't just the gesture itself, but the expectation that being a gentleman is an obligation. Today, many men shy away from this because any attempt to take care can be seen as controlling or sexist. She wants to be accompanied, but her words come across more like a complaint rooted in past resentment rather than a true request for connection. Gentlemanly behavior isn't something forced, it's a choice, and it only works when there's mutual respect.
Whatever happened to men being gentlemen? Like, I know there's still some out there, but like, why aren't they the majority? Like, we need to make it normalized because this whole like sassy men epidemic shit is just weird and kind of getting out of hand. Like, I think it's so nice when like guys open the door for you and like drive you places, open the car door. Come on, like where did that go? And pull out your chair for you. Like, how many of us can actually say that we've experienced that? Like none, but all of us want to. And like paying for the first date, like I personally think that's very like gentleman-y, like manly, and it's just it has a good look to you. I'm not saying like you have to pay for all the dates, like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the first one. And like planning shit too. Like I wasn't alive like, you know, the generation before me, but I know that was at least an idea, but now it just feels like it's being completely erased. And like also being polite, like polite, respectful. Can we bring that back, please, and make that the standard? Because the standard nowadays for men are kind of like, ugh. I don't even know if I can, it's not even on the floor. It's like below the floor. It's like, I just want him to text me back. Or it's like, oh, we haven't even gone on a date yet. Not even one date. The amount of girls I know that haven't even been on a single date with their boyfriends. Like, can we bring that back somehow? Like, girls, can we just, like, expect this from them? And then be like, why didn't you open the door? Why didn't you plan a date? All this shit, because this shit should be normal. And frankly, nowadays, I feel like women are more of a gentleman than, like, men are. Because all the things that I just listed, I've done, like, millions of times. For my partner and for strangers. Like, can we just make this the fucking standard again? Please, men, be gentlemen, be respectful, and then women, raise your fucking standards, bro.
Her statement reflects nostalgia for a time when traditional male gestures were the norm. Opening doors, paying for the first date, planning special moments. The blind spot here is that many women today promote full independence but still want the benefits of the old dynamic. Men stop behaving this way because they see the inconsistency. If everything is 50-50, why should only they pay, plan, and lead? Modern culture discouraged gentlemanly behavior by framing it as a one-sided obligation instead of a natural agreement between partners.
Men are becoming less manly. This is a controversial topic. You can agree or disagree with me, but hear me out. Lately, I have been realizing that a lot of men are losing their role as a man. And we can see this a lot in relationships. Men now want to be chased. They want women to pay for them. They don't want to take responsibility anymore. Why is this happening? The agenda that is being enforced now in the world of feminism, which is misunderstood. The actual feminism was the movement to get equal rights, which every woman deserves. If you are getting the same job, it's the same description, you should get paid equally. You should get equal rights in everything in life. But when it comes to a relationship, you have to complete each other. The man has to be a man, he has to be the protective one. He has to be the one providing. He has to be the one taking care of the family, making decisions. And the woman has to be his partner in that. They make decisions together. They take care of things together. She has to take care of the kids and work and provide for the family as well. So they are completing each other. But what is happening now, that the women are stepping up. They are taking the role of the men because the men are losing their masculinity. And believe me or not, this is a big and main reason of why a lot of relationships are not working anymore. This is a main reason of a lot of divorces are happening right now. We are now getting this agenda that's being enforced on our youth, on our children, on our communities, that the man doesn't have to be manly because this is toxic masculinity. And labeling things that way makes it bigger and bigger and make people talk about it more. What I want to say that it is women's right, it is our right to have our role and the men to have their role. Mixing up the roles is not what we are asking for as women. And it is not feminism. This is canceling the men, and we don't want to cancel the men because in the end we complete each other.
This is the clearest analysis. She points out that the decline of gentlemanly behavior comes from a confusion of roles. Men have been encouraged to stop being providers, protectors, and leaders in relationships because those traits have been labeled toxic. The result? Men pull back, women take control, and then miss the natural balance. It's not about going back to the past. It's about recognizing that relationships work best when both partners know their roles and complement each other.
I'm seriously thinking, what's wrong with men nowadays? Sometimes I feel that the type of real gentleman is just slowly being disappeared. So many types of men I cannot really understand, and they can never be a gentleman or even a man for me. Like, for example, how can a man ask money from a lady? I don't really think that a real man will ever take money from a lady. I cannot understand also those type of men who are like, okay, if I give you this gift, what I'm gonna get in return? Really? So is it like a sale? You are given a gift to receive something back? You need to give a gift to a woman because you want to make her happy, not because you want to get something in return. Because on the other case, you are treating a woman like she is a prostitute. Never ever also I can understand men who are misusing and overusing the wonderful expression, I love you. I always want to ask, have you ever said I love you to your mom? She gave you life. What did I give you? Sometimes I feel like I'm living in a world where it's kind of weird when a man opens the car door for a lady. It's kind of weird when a man is giving flowers to a lady for no reason, just to make her smile. I find it kind of surprising when a man spends money on a lady and is not expecting her to sleep with him. When I'm going out with a man to a supermarket or to a cafeteria or to a restaurant and he's paying for me, for my grocery, for my anything, I feel like, what did just happen? I'm feeling uncomfortable because I feel like it's not normal. But in reality, I'm very sorry, it is normal. When I'm carrying heavy bags and the man is offering his help, I'm like, no, how can I do that? But this is the normal thing. I am really getting surprised. Where is the respect to women? What's happening with gentlemen? Is it like a disappearing type nowadays?
Here we see legitimate frustration. Men who flip the logic, ask for money, give gifts expecting sex, and make simple gestures like opening doors or helping with bags meaningless. That's not gentlemanly. It's emotional bargaining. Part of this shift comes from men feeling that traditional gestures have lost value. Today, they're seen as the bare minimum, not something appreciated. A true gentleman doesn't give expecting something in return, but he also won't give when treated merely as a service provider.
My favorite stop of the day, but this time I went inside because I had to use the restroom, right? And so I ordered my coffee and the guy's like something else, and you know, all the donuts look delicious, and I'm like, no, I don't need a donut. So anyway, I go to grab some sweetener for my iced coffee, and there was a gentleman that was in line ahead of me. So anyway, he grabs his stuff, he sits down, and where all the sugar and stuff is, he sits like right next to it, right? So I'm just like minding my business, grabbing my stuff. He's an older gentleman, right? And he tells me, he says, "You're very pretty," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So then he goes on to ask for my name, and I tell him, "Oh, it's Ruby." And then he says, "Are you married?" I already know that. "Are you married?" I said, "No." I said, "But I have a partner." Right? So anyway, I'm like grabbing the stuff, you know, and I was also downloading something on my phone, so I'm kind of waiting because of the Wi-Fi, right? And anyway, he gets up, and I'm thinking like, I don't know, he got up to grab something, right? He gets up, and you know, he asks for my name again and shakes my hand, and it was like just like the cutest thing ever, right? And I'm like, this is how men need to be. You know, men nowadays, this is how they need to be a gentleman, you know, get up and, you know, introduce yourself, you know, shaking hands and introducing yourself, you know. He did ask me again, "Are you married?" I said, I have. He's like, "Oh, yes, you have a boyfriend?" I said, "Yes, I have a partner." Anyway, he went on to talking a little bit more about himself, and I'm like trying to leave, right? But I wasn't being rude to him or anything, and I just said, nice meeting you, have a great day, and that was it. But I think that was like the cutest thing ever. So that's my Duncan story time for the day.
This is the most positive scene, an older man being kind, complimenting, introducing himself, and being polite. She saw it as rare and even cute, showing how basic gestures have become exceptions. What used to be normal now seems extraordinary. It's also clear she found him gentlemanly because he respected boundaries, even while insisting politely. This shows that gentlemanly behavior is still welcome, as long as it's genuine and without obvious hidden motives.